Okay, here is a couple of fraction inequality questions. With these ones, a couple ways you could do it. You could take and just multiply the 3/4 through, but that's just going to give you more nastier fractions. And you've got fractions over here too. So what I would do is get a common denominator and use that I hate fraction rule. And it'll work too in this one. As long as you don't multiply or divide by negative, you don't have to change this inequality. So I'm looking for a common denominator, and I'm looking for a common denominator between this 4, the 3, and the 3. This stuff inside here sort of belongs to, it's part of this whole term. So I'm just looking for the common denominator between that 4, the 3, and the 3. So it's going to be 12. Okay, so I'll take let's see, I'll take somebody was just texting me. So I'm going to multiply everything by 12. So I'm going to take this term times by 12, this term times by 12, this term times by 12. So the 12 and the 4 cancel, leaving with the 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So what I have is 9 times 3x minus a half, minus 3 goes into 12, 4. 4 times 2 is 8, so that'd be minus 8, is less than 3 goes into 12, 4. 4 times 1 is 4. Okay, there I've got that. Now I would probably move this 8 over to the other side. So I'm going to add 8 to both sides. So I'll have 9, 3x minus a half, less than or equal to 12. And then maybe to isolate this, I'm going to get rid of that 9. So I'm going to divide this side by 9 and divide that side by 9. So now I have 3x minus a half is less than whatever 12 over 9 is. Divide 3 into both, I think it'd be 4/3. Okay, now at this point I probably could multiply by a common factor again, or I can just do a bit of adding fractions. Yeah, why don't we use the I hate fraction rule again? So I'm going to take, here's a 2 and a 3, common denominator 6. So I'm going to times this by a 6, and this by a 6, and this by a 6. So the first one will give me 18x minus 6 times 1 is 6 divided by 2 is 3, less than 8. Okay, then move the 3 to the other side. So I have 18x is less than 11. Divide both sides by 18. Okay, so that's how you could solve that one. Another question, sort of a similar one, would be this one. It involves decimals. You could do the same thing with the common fraction, lowest common denominator thing, and just get rid of the decimals. But I would just live in decimal land. So I just multiply that by that, this one by that, and then this negative sign has to be applied to both things over there. So I'd get like 2.1x plus 4.2 greater than or equal to 1.1 minus x minus 2, and then collect like terms and solve from there. Okay, hopefully that helps you with those couple questions.